bugs. And we know quite a bit about bugs because we actually have had some very interesting pets in our classroom. And today I'm showing all of the grade ones a picture of 2 of our different pets. And we're going to have a little discussion about what we see, what we think, and what we wonder. And I hope that some people might choose to kind of listen in to 105 The Hive and tweet us with some of their questions that they have based on what we share. So, who can look up here at our pictures and has something to share about our bugs? What do you see first? Who can tell me about what they see? Sarah, what do you see?
Well, there's no legs on this side.
Oh, do you really think that there are no legs on that side of the bug?
The legs might be hiding.
Why do you think that?
Something.
Why do you think that the legs might be hiding? Okay, where might they be hiding?
Under his back.
Okay. Does somebody else have something that they would like to share? Natalia, what do you notice?
I see 2 snails.
Oh. So you see that one and this one?
Yes.
Okay. Who else has something to share? Shyla.
I think his legs are right under here.
Why do you think his legs are right under there, Shyla?
Under his other legs because I can see 2 legs going across each other.
Oh.
You see right closely.
Oh, so you think that ones are like almost like right underneath, so that one is the front and one is the back leg? That's really good noticing, Shyla. You're right. It does look like they're kind of like trapped together. That's okay. You can leave the mark on there if you want. That's fine. Does somebody else have something that they would like to share about what they see? Jean, what do you see?
This is the big one, this is the small one.
Okay. But you know what? I have something else to tell you. We have 2 right here, but there's actually one hiding under this leaf. So if we had 2 and we have one hiding, how many snails do we have all together?
3.
And do you notice anything interesting about the snails, Jean? What do they look like? Well, maybe someone can share.
They just look like shells, like they already lose them.
Oh, okay. Anyone else?
Maybe they're inside it.
Why might they be hiding inside their shells?
Because maybe they're scared of the cockroach.
Now, the people that are listening in on the radio, they don't know that we have a pet cockroach. So can you tell them a little bit about our cockroach?
Yeah.
Tell us. What can you tell us?
It's kind of hard to talk about them because
Okay. Can anyone tell us about the cockroach? Dana?
well, I see lines going like all the way around, the big to small.
Okay.
And
Now,
there's one over here, and if you make it like around that,
Yeah.
it'll make like a pattern. Maybe if that must be the baby and that must be the mom.
why do you think that?
Because this one's smaller and this one's bigger.
Okay. Now, Dana, that was some good sharing. My question now is, can anyone tell us anything about the cockroach? Because I bet our listeners have never heard of a pet cockroach before. So who can tell us about the cockroach? Mariana?
Maybe because one day the snails were out and then the cockroach looked like they were gonna eat them and then they were scared and now they don't ever want to get out until the cockroach comes out.
Oh, because they're afraid that the cockroach might eat them? But a cockroach is so small and snails are so big. You think that they think a cockroach might eat them?
Because,
Oh, pretty. Yeah.
there's a little
That's okay.
hole,
Yeah.
and since the cockroach is so small, it can go through the hole and it might eat a part of their body.
It might. Does anybody else have something to share about our pictures or our infancies? Ricardo.
Sometimes it hides under the yellow cape,
Yeah.
the yellow and the blue.
Oh, why do you think it hides?
Because we're so big and it's so tiny.
Oh, so you think that's why it's hiding? Does anyone else have an idea on why it might be hiding? Cody?
The snails with the black shells,
Yeah?
like there's black on them,
Yes?
they're the beds.
Oh, how do you know that?
Because my mom told me,
Okay.
and she knows about all snails.
How does she know about all snails? Where did she learn about them?
When she was like 8, she went in school and
So just like us, so we had a little discussion on snails when we were there? Yes?
I have something about this.
Yes.
This kind of looks like an eyelash, which it kind of looks like an eyelash because it has lines like an eyelash.
It does. I thought that was a very interesting observation. I heard you talking about that this morning too. I hope no one confuses our centipede with an eyelash though.
I thought it was an eyelash too.
Did you? Well, we seem to have a centipede that is floating in our water. We're hoping it's still alive. We have very
Some
interesting
things
class
Miss Kelly
pets.
doesn't like, and that would be one of them.
Oh. And you know what, Miss Kelly, I don't know if you know, but we're actually recording this right now on 105 The Hive, so you're on the radio right now. I think that's awesome.
See me when you have a minute.
Thanks, Miss Kelly. When people pop in this room, they never know if they're being recorded. Does anybody else have something to share? Jean? Yes? Oh, hold on a minute, because I think it might be hard to hear Jean. Jean, can you try that again? Sorry, what were you saying? They are, and you know what, Jean? Do you know what's kind of interesting? We actually have people listening in right now, and somebody else, just like what Mariana said about the eyelashes, somebody wrote, a teacher here, and I'll tell you, her name is Tara. She comes from Peterborough, New Hampshire, so in the States, and she heard it, she said, you know what? I thought that the one on the right looks like false eyelashes, which was kind of what you said, Mariana. So I think they had some similar thoughts too. Now, just before we end our radio show, Jean, you can just leave it. I like the fact that people have kind of colored on their thoughts. Ricardo, does anybody have any questions or things that they might want to find out more about? So who, what, where, when, why? Sarah?
Well, I have something about the cockroach.
Okay, what?
He likes to float in the water.
Why?
Because he likes getting soaked.
Why?
Maybe because when he's not in the water, he's too hot, and when he's in the water, he's cool.
Okay. Now that was a good observation, and that's some good
And
thinking.
maybe he always thinks he's very dirty, and since he can't take off the stuff like us, he just crawls into the water to get it out.
Does anybody have any questions, though? Things that they would like to find out? We have lots of good observations and thoughts. Any questions, Shyla?
I have Why is there the snails are hiding from the cockroach?
Why are the snails hiding from the cockroach? What an
Maybe
interesting
because
question.
they're scared. They're like, oh no, they're gonna eat us.
Okay, so not only do we have a question, we have a possible answer. Anyone else have a question? Divya?
It's not a question or
Okay.
anything, but actually cockroaches die in water.
Do they? Where did you find that out? I didn't know that.
My sister told me.
Did she? How did she know that?
She just learned.
Oh, so I wonder if we put our cockroach in the water, does that mean it's gonna die?
And she went to put a cockroach in the water, and then she found out it died.
Well, there you go. Does anybody? I wonder why a cockroach dies in the water.
Maybe because it goes deep. Its head goes into the water, and it can't breathe. Yeah.
Okay, and I think Dawad, what do you notice?
I know I can die. It's like two.
There's two. Come show them to me.
Well, there really is more than two snails in there. One and two.
Oh, there's two pictures, which is right. We do have two pictures. And how many bugs are in this picture?
One.
Yep, but look, here's one bug here. How many bugs here?
Two. Two. Three.
Let's count them. One, two, and then there's one hiding here. Three. So we have three on this side, and we have one bug here. How many do we have all together?
Four.
We are really big on bugs at our school here. They make the very best of pets. And now we're going to see if we can write some more questions together. So we'll have to listen in again the